Good morning, guys, and welcome to this webinar. Yeah, I'm Vinod Komishan. Hope everyone able to hear me. Yeah, just allowing time for others to join. In the meantime, I will have a small pre-poll to assess your skills. And here comes the first poll. Okay, good. So I got 86% vote. Yeah, quite a good number of people in 5 to 10 years category. So the next question is on the relevant experience. Yeah, relevant to Unix, Linux, AIX, or any Windows administration. Great, good response. Couple of seconds. Good. So a right mix. I got roughly 17% freshers, a 1 to 3 year category, and 3 to 5 year category. Good. So this question is specific to have you worked on Linux or AIX or Solaris or any Unix-based platform? Good. Oh, awesome. I hope almost everyone who have voted have a Linux or AX background. Great. An important question. Do you have plans to change your career to AX or stick or enhance your career with AX? There's an IBM Unix. Excellent. Yeah. So I got roughly 83% stating they would like to change their career and 17% no. Yeah. Probably almost at the end of the session there would be some changes from yes to no and no to yes. Yeah, that's predicted. And one last question. This is primarily for the particular event that's been run on a campaign. We have some urgent openings at Singapore, Malaysia, and Dubai. If you guys, after the training, would be interested to relocate, just to get a feel that people are interested to join. Great. So that's the end of the poll. Actually, we are going to start our session. Before we start, I would like to give a small intro about the webinar. The webinar, you have a chat and a question section. Please post your questions on the questions, and if you would like to put some chat on the chat area, I would allow you for a small Q&A session at the last. Yeah, since the number of attendees are more, having a one-to-one would be a bit difficult. So I'm just going with the Q&A session to the last. And I hope everybody is able to hear me, and you are able to see my screen that's been shared. Fine. So just starting off with the session, I would able to guess the audience with the poll status. So I'm just going further. Let me introduce myself. I'm Vinod. I have 15 years of industry experience, and I'm currently working as a technical architect in an MNC. My primary skill sets is on Unix, but being a technical architect, I need to spread across with storage and process, project management, etc., etc. I'm a senior interview panelist as well. Primarily, my skills is on the lateral hire, hiring people above 5 years plus experience. I do often visit for campus drives for selecting freshers. With that skill set, the training would be more focused on how to clear an interview and how to perform best practices once you get the job. Yeah. I think I should highlight this because when somebody is showing interest on a training, it would be primarily on the trainer skill sets. Yeah. I have 17 plus professional certifications. I am certified on all the Unix flavors. My key skills on the AIX and HPUX, but now I'm working on Solaris, Linux. So I have all the certifications to my credit. I have RCEs, I have Solaris certified. In addition to the basic level certifications from these vendors, I am also certified on their advanced levels, especially on the clusters and virtualization. And I'm also a storage certified, and my primary skills on storage is on the IBM storage and DMC. And I'm an ITL and PMP certified, and I do take process training. And most of the interview questions, I mix the ITL process in it. I'm also a cloud certified. It's not been updated on the slide deck. I'm certified on the IBM cloud and the Amazon cloud, and my current assignment with my company is on cloud for the risk-based OSs, like especially the IBM AIX and the SunSpark. Having said that, we'll go with the next slide deck. The need for the additional courses. Yeah, mostly I have seen that 83% of you have voted for changing your career. Yeah, and most of us are not aware about some specifics of getting a job. Yeah, I've seen most of the freshers in this webinar. So a basic degree will not fulfill all company requirement. Yeah, what you've learned so far is all theory, and what you've learned is on a bottom-up approach. The bottom-up approach is something like you learn about what is operating system, what is CPU, what is memory, and then you build your building blocks on top of it. And finally, when you reach at a particular level, you're a bit confused on why you've learned on all this. The TTS learning style is totally different. We go up the top-down approach. First, we'll let you know why you are doing this task, and from there we just drill down to the core and get you the concepts clear, so you are more accustomed with the learning and work. Yeah, I'll take that in the coming up slides. Professional courses, something like you're taking an additional course from an experts or from some training institutes, are mandatory. In addition, you have to get industry certifications. Like on my previous slide, I was demonstrating my certifications. Just to emphasize that I am being certified by IBM, I'm certified by HP, I'm certified by Red Hat, will always add value to your job. So we always prefer, or we train you stating that on your resume, please do update the certification details. In addition, put the logos of certifications on your resume so that your resume gets shortlisted. Yeah, so acquiring the professional course and also industry certifications are mandatory if you want to pursue your career in IBM AIX or any system admin job. Why IBM AIX? Yeah, IBM AIX is much in demand. At this point in time, I can proudly say that a lot of openings are going on in IBM, in TCS, in SIFI. Yeah, there are a lot of openings are there. If you would have ever got a chance to post your resume stating IBM AIX, and you would have got some requirements like you need to go and visit IBM face to face and attend the interview. Yeah, so there's a huge demand. So that's the prime objective of this training as well. And there's less supply of skilled AIX resource. Yeah, even I being part of the tech panel. Yeah, I always find whenever we post a sysadmin job opening, we get 100 resumes. 50 of them fall under the Windows category, and 40 plus fall under the Linux category, and hardly 10 falls under the key skills of IBM AIX or Solaris. Yeah. So when this AIX guys roughly around 4 to 5 turn up, of this 4 to 5, almost all of them are coming from a background like they are already working in IBM or HP or some top MNCs, earning a 12 lakhs to 14 lakhs package, and their expectation is like once they join us, they are expecting some 20-30% hike, which doesn't seems to be an ideal fit. I being a trainer and I know the kind of work happens in AX, we don't want a 12 plus year experienced guy who's seeking 14 plus lakhs of salary. We want guys who are good in IBM AX, who have good theoretical knowledge, good ITL process knowledge, and ready to work for basically good salary, for example 5 to 6 lakhs or 8 lakhs, where I can hire 2 guys for an experienced guy. So that's a huge lack in supply of skilled AX resources. And AX seems to be a hot job. It's been highly paid, and people have some perceptions about its toughness, which I didn't deal that on the coming up slides. When you compare an AX admin job with a Linux admin job and Windows admin job, you would always find an AX admin getting highly paid over other category. And there are many open positions across the globe. As I said, we have some urgent openings for Singapore, Malaysia, and Dubai. And in India, we have a lot of MNCs lined up to hire the AX trained guys. Yeah, don't trust us. Don't believe any training institutes. I would say you go and search that on the Naukri, Monster, Times Job, or any job sites and see the number of openings there. They don't lie. You just go ahead and cross-verify. What TTA provides? Yeah, TTA has a P520 server as the infrastructure, and we provide remote access to this kit. We have an HMC version 7.4, which is quite latest, and we have the VIOS, the virtualization layer, which is version 2.2.2.2, which is almost the N-1 at the moment. And we have quite a number of LPARs, roughly 6 to 7 LPARs, which are run by our students at the moment, which are running on AX 7.1 and 6.1. We have options to run 5.3 as well. So during the training, you would be experiencing your hands-on to all the LPARs. We have an NIM LPAR, and we encourage our students to crash these LPARs and recreate from scratch to gain the knowledge, exposure, and when they attend the interview, they have no fear in saying that I have done this. And this access is mostly on remote access. You can access it from your home. We can power on the LPARs, power on the hardwares and power on the HMC for as and when you require. Usually it is available on 9 to 6 on weekdays and weekends. And we have access to the IBM POWER8 LPAR. I would say a couple of batches back, we have an engagement with IBM, and IBM offered us a 14 days lease of POWER8 LPAR, and we share that access with almost all our students, alumni, to have a look at it. By chance, we are again looking forward to gain a similar access. Once we gain it, we can share that for free, or it's always available for a payment. So you can always go and proudly update your resume, these version numbers of hardwares and softwares you have worked on, and you have experienced POWER8 as well. This is about our lab. Okay, so usually when we take a demo, this is the first question I used to post. Yeah, usually this should be part of a poll, but I thought of keeping that in the slide. Training method. Yeah, so we go with, why is IBM AIX or Unix learning tough? Yeah, so I just jot down few of the usual answers that I get from students. I hope you all agree with this. More commands. Yeah, unlike Windows, it's not just left click, right click, start, run kind of. It's all about commands, and it's over 2,000 commands which are in the system, which you should be aware of. This is one of the glitch that people think that no, I'm not ready to take this course, or I don't think I have the power to memorize all these 2000 commands. I'll cover that, how to overcome this. Yeah. So I hope if you could see my screen. I'll just go to the just to see whether you guys are able to see my screen. I just check my audience view. Oh yeah, great. Okay, so I would like to put those here. We have over 2000 commands. Yeah, there are 1000 commands for the normal user and 1000 commands for the sysadmin, for the normal user. Yeah, so don't worry on those 2000 commands. Let me tell you, in the last 15 years I have hardly used just 80 commands. Surprised? Yeah. Don't tell this to anyone. Yeah, if you start saying that, you will not be paid. Yeah, just 80 commands are required to run the show. But why we have this 2000 commands? Yeah, as and when required, we might be running some specific activity. So we will be using those commands as and when required. And in the training, I'll tell you how to add those new commands to your list. Yeah, but in my last 15 years of my experience, I have never ever used any commands outside this 80. Still 80 is a pretty huge command list. Yeah, I'm just going to make this as a 20 command. Why 20 commands? Because as a sysadmin, you will be doing only 4 tasks. Yeah, what you do? You do just make something, remove something. Make, you do remove. 1 second, just you do remove, you do change, and you do list. Yeah, so you do these 4 activities, right? Like as a sysadmin, for example, you would be adding a user, which means make user. When do you do a make user? Whenever someone joins your team, or whenever someone leaves your someone joins from another team or another group, you do make user. And when you do remove user, when some user leaves your team or leaves your company, you do remove user, correct? And when you do change user, when someone gets promoted to the next level, you do the change user. Right, like you want to add some permissions, remove some permissions, yeah, or during auditing, you do those. A list user, you want to do an audit on how many users are there and what are the permission levels. So you do these 4 activities as a sysadmin, irrespective of if it is AIX, Unix, Linux, or Windows, right? So one is like user management. So if it is LVM, it is like MKVG, RMVG, CHVG, LSVG, or MKPV, RMPV, CHPV, LSPV kind of. So roughly you need to just understand these 20 commands, and these 20 commands multiplied by these 4 options, you get 80 commands, right? So I'm just trying to simplify. There are not huge commands. You need to just learn these 20 commands multiplied by these 4 actions. You are done by the Unix. And to make it more simpler, these 20 commands are primarily for just interview sake. Then what for work? Yeah, once you join after clearing your interview, you are supposed to run only one command, and that is SMIT. Okay. This is specific for IBM AIX. SMIT stands for System Management Interface Tool. This is a foolproof tool and a menu-driven tool prepared by IBM, and IBM recommends that every sysadmin should use only this tool to perform all activities. Yeah, as I said, it's a foolproof. You cannot make any mistakes by running this tool. If something goes wrong, by running SMIT, IBM will provide free service. Yeah. If you are using some commands and something goes wrong, but your command was right, but still we have to pay for IBM. So your company, your manager, your team lead, your customer, everybody emphasize you to run only SMIT, irrespective whether you are a fresher or you are 15-20 year experience. So it's very easy now, right? It's not 2000 commands, it's just one command to run the entire AIX show. As I said, SMIT is one tool. I don't think it's a very novice or basic tool. SMIT is used not only just for basic system administration, but it is also used for creating clusters, for managing virtualization, for doing all kind of activities that on a system that you prefer to do. Yeah. So just knowing one command called SMIT, now you can probably go out and say that you are a AIX system administrator. Fine. So I hope that now you are okay with, it's not more commands now, it's just one command. Yeah, learning AIX is easy enough. Fine. Going to the next trouble, big commands. Yeah, you would have seen an Unix administrator typing 2 lines to 3 lines of commands, and you get, oh my god, how will I type all these 3 lines? Yeah, basically you are not scripters and you hate scripting, and this administration looks more like scripting. No, I'm going to clear that out, and I say that once again, I'll just erase this. Fine. Now here comes the big commands. Okay, so I'm just going to take you through a small real-time example. For instance, okay, you go to Pizza Hut. Yeah, why you go to Pizza Hut? Because there is a service offered to gain pizzas, right? So I just write Pizza Hut, and when you go to Pizza Hut, what happens? There is someone who is coming and prompting you. So what can I do for you, right? So that's I write as a prompt. Okay, what do you order? You order pizza. You say pizza. That guys go inside the kitchen and get you some 10 veg pizzas. Yeah, is that what you are looking for? Your intention was to get probably a chicken pizza or a cheese pizza, correct? But you have ordered just pizza. So what you get is it may be 10 veg pizzas. So what you need to be is, like, you need to be more specific. Like, you would have ever gone with a friend who would have ordered the same, like 1 cheese pizza with Coke and no cheese dips, right? So these are called big commands. So what I would like to recommend here is, like, this is a very simple command. The same command is available on Unix as well. Like, you want to add a user, you just say user add and a username. You're still done. I'll just type it for you, right? Like this. I'm just parallelly typing server name. Server name is your Pizza Hut, like you are going to that server, and your prompt is nothing but the menu card, a list of the 2000 commands. Yeah, so it's prompting you for give me an order, and you order here, like you say user add, and you say This is a very simple command. This is adds an user, but the problem is, like, I don't get all the things that I'm looking for. Correct? It's more like Pizza Hut where you go and order just pizza. What if I order the same like this? Pizza, and I say hyphen cheese, and I say 2, which means that I want 2 cheese pizzas, and I say hyphen Coke. No, I don't want Coke, and I say cheese dip. Yes. Just see the command. Once I type like this, like I say pizza hyphen cheese, and I say number 2, I need 2 cheese pizzas, and hyphen Coke, and I say I don't want Coke, and I say cheese dip. Yes. So here I'm going to get 2 cheese pizzas with no Coke and 1 cheese dip, right? So when you're ordering something similar to this, when you're making your command bigger, you are getting the right thing in front of you. If you don't give the right command, you don't give the big command, you need to say first pizza, then you have to say 2 cheese, then again you have to say I don't want Coke. So you have to type the same command 4 times. Instead, you can run it with one command with something big, so where you can show your expertise. So I'm going to correlate something similar to that. So the very first items, I'm going to make it numbered. Okay, so the Pizza Hut, where you see that Pizza Hut is nothing but the server which offers you the service, yeah, and the prompt, whether maybe a hash prompt or dollar prompt. Hash prompt is for the super user and dollar prompt is for the normal user. A super user is a person who can access all commands, the 2000 commands, and the normal user is a person who can access only 1000 commands, which are very basic commands like list or make or some basic activities that he can do, like creating a file or directory or modifying its content. And the third thing that just comes after your prompt is the command, yeah. And the fourth thing that comes after your command is an option. An option is always preceded with a hyphen symbol or a hyphen symbol. As I said, options, there are many options for pizza. We can have a cheese pizza, we can have a veg pizza, we can have a chicken pizza. So chicken, cheese and veg are the options that you have, right? And the next optional item is the argument, like when you are arguing saying that I want 2 cheese pizzas. So 2 is an argument here, and no is an argument here, and yes is an argument here. And the options are hyphen cheese, hyphen Coke and hyphen cheese stick. So in this training, I'm just trying to correlate the real-time example like this, and then I go ahead and write, this is how we write a big command. So you don't need to worry on this big command. When we cover the user management section, we will be getting the details about this command. So now the same Vinod, user add Vinod can be written like user add hyphen u 101 hyphen g 501, and I can say I'm the primary group and the secondary groups are trainer and staff, and I say my home directory is going to be /home/Vinod, and I'm saying that my shell is bin.sh, and if I want to say my comments, okay, I'm just typing on the next line to show some clarity. Okay, hyphen c, I say Vinod trainer, and then say Vinod. See, I have just run over 2 lines of commands. The same user add Vinod. What I plugged in is in between I put my options and arguments. So instead of typing user add and user mod some 10 times, with one user command I am able to write a big command. Yeah. So when you go up the ladder or year on year, you will be able to write big commands. But in the training, I will tell you, do not memorize these options. Do not memorize these arguments. It should be something like you go to a Pizza Hut and ordering pizzas. It should be something like you are going to the server and ordering your commands and getting the required results. Yeah. So I hope you are happy with the big commands as well. There's no big commands. You can even run a simple command to get the job done. But by doing big commands, you become an expert in that area. Yeah. And you get what you are looking for. Black and white screen. Yes. Yeah. You are accustomed with the Windows graphical interface. Linux and AIX also have a graphical interface, but we as a sysadmin, we don't like it. We want the black and white screen and we want to execute commands. Yeah, being graphical, you are limited with whatever drop-down menu that Windows can provide you. But whereas with options and arguments and also a command line interface, you can do whatever you want. And being Unix and open source, you can explore your command and get the required results. Yeah. Yeah, not user friendly. I do agree with you, and certainly IBM AIX is not user friendly, or Unix is not user friendly like Windows, because we are not training any users on IBM AIX. We are training sysadmins. Yeah, IBM AIX is a admin friendly OS and not user friendly OS. Yeah, for users, we host applications on top of IBM AIX and we ask them to use the application, not the AIX or Unix. Yeah, so I completely agree with you, not user friendly, but you have to agree with me, IBM AIX is admin friendly because the SMIT kind of tool, which is going to make your sysadmin job much easier. Interviews are tough. Yeah, I agree. Interviews are really tough, but there are some techniques. Yeah, in the training we will be covering those interview tips and tricks. Like the ultimate objective is to impress the interviewer on some certain technical aspects, some certain process aspects. So that will be covered along with the training. A few samples are there out in the next slides. Hands-on practice. Yeah, like unlike Windows, where you have a desktop at your home or some internet cafe where you can have some hands-on to Windows. But when it comes to IBM AIX, you don't have a hands-on experience. Yeah, the entire training is been modeled such a way that you always gain access to the hardware. You will be given exercise similar to the real-time industry problems, and you will be rectifying those. Yeah, I'll show you some samples, like kind of exercise that we give to our students and how they perform in the coming up slides. Yeah, by addressing almost all these points, I hope now you have an idea that, hey, now I think I can learn IBM AIX, because the hindrance, the roadblocks that you see all these days on these more commands, big commands, seems to be not a big obstacle, right? Okay, so let me just tell you how to clear an interview, because the interviews are tough, right? So usually this is the very first question being asked. So in the training we also train you on telling about yourself. There was this question asked by the interviewer, so tell me about yourself. And most of the time we don't tell about ourselves, we tell about others. Yeah, well, I have seen many people saying about their parents, family. Some start saying about their company's background, company's financial stuff and other stuff, which is not of any interest to me, correct? And what I would like to see is people speaking about their years of experience in reverse order, which means that what you are now, and from there go backwards, because I am interested in a person XYZ who is currently with what kind of experience, what kind of skills, rather than a person who is 5 years back in his college days what he was doing, right? So always go in reverse order, tell your years of experience, and your relevant area should match the job description of that company. Yeah, highlight your professional certifications. Why I say this is, when you highlight your professional certifications, the chance of hiring is high, because once I hire you into my company, I'll showcase this person to the client saying that he's a certified person on this particular area, and I can charge the client more, where it's a profit to me in terms of hiring you and putting on to protection. So highlight your professional certifications. And as I said, the point number 3 is like your companies you have worked and the technology areas. Like if you are going for IBM AIX interview, do highlight the AIX related stuff, your day-to-day activities on AIX, the key skills that you acquired on AIX, yeah, and just showcase that who are you now rather than who are you 3 years or 5 years down the line, which is of no interest for me. Yeah, and primarily the point 4 is of more importance. This should be more matching to the current JD of the company. Like if they say that they want a HSCMP guy, or they want a network installation guy or virtualization guy, put that as your day-to-day activities, and just let them know that these are the tasks that you do. Yeah, and even our exercise are mapped to that, so you can genuinely say them that I have created an LPAR, I have created a link aggregation, I have done this, I have created an HSCMP, I have created a NIM server, we deploy through NIM. So you can say all those, because we give that kind of exposure to you. Hope by saying this kind of tell me about yourself, you will snatch the attention of the interviewer, and hopefully the next question would be like whenever you speak, right? You need to speak on the latest technology. So before going for interview, your homework should be something on you should know the latest versions of what is the HMC version, what's the VAO version, and what is the AX levels, technology level service pack that's been released by IBM, and what is the HSCMP and POWER8 version, yeah, and what are the versions that you are currently working on in your company or in the training institute, what versions have been put forth, which I have already shared you on the slide deck, yeah. You need to highlight that on HMC version 7.4 I worked, on VAO 2.2.2.2. Whenever you use the version numbers, that again grabs the attention of the interviewer, highlighting that you have hands-on experience. Yeah. So latest technology is always a interviewer's interest. Yeah. So you need to come up with some new technology knowledge, like we used to train active memory management. Yeah. That's one of the key area. Nowadays, all interviewers are interested to know this guy knows about this stuff. Yeah. In reality, once you get the job, activating a memory management is just adding a click, right? But it's not knowing the background. But in interview, you are supposed to give them the experience of what is active memory management, how the system will do the active memory management. Yeah. Okay. Now here comes the third question, and because of this question, I am being hired into TTA for taking trainings. Yeah. I'm being asked by the interviewer in TTA, like if you are taking trainings, yeah, just tell me how will you impress the trainee. Yeah, because they want to know that how will I manage to get this guy get past the interviewer and get him an offer. So I told them a sample example, like in interviews, I've seen several interviews, like when we ask a question to a trainee, how will you shut down the server? Yeah, just in case, take Windows as an example, because some of you may not be having a Unix exposure. How will you shut down a Windows server? People, I'll just read your mind and I'll just say the answer that comes to your mind. It's all about saying Alt F4 or start shutdown, right? This is what you have that in your mind at the moment. And what we feel is like, hey, I have told the right answer. I'm technically right. That's the right answer, right? I do agree. But if I just put forth some two issues in front of you, you will find that the way you answered was not right. Number one, you are attending a face-to-face interview for 60 minutes, and if I just shoot a question, how will you shut down a server, and you say Alt F4, and I say how will you start this, you say this command. So it's not rapid fire. You will get hundreds of questions and just answer me how much of you can answer almost all right or 60% right. It's really tough. Yeah, you need to make sure that the interviewer asks you only just 4 to 5 questions in that 40 minutes timeline. Just a second. Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So now your answer should be something similar to this, yeah, where the second issue pops up. Like just imagine the server where ICICI Bank website is running, and just tell me at this moment in time how many users would have logged into ICICI Bank website and making transactions like fund transfer or statement of accounts and so on and so forth. Roughly 1 lakh guys who are doing the activity at this point in time. If you do a shutdown like this, what will happen to their transaction? I hope now you will be regretting for your answer that, yeah, I'm not right, right? So in the training, we will not just train shutdown is the command to shut down the server. Rather, we'll say if shutdown is the activity, then that's a nightmare for a Unix administrator, because a server runs for years and years. For example, I've seen servers running for 10 years non-stop. If that is the case, shutting down a server and bringing up is not that easy like start shutdown. Yeah. So you need to answer such a way that mixing process to it, informing the stakeholders, raising a change ticket, taking necessary backups, and then shutting down the server at a specific date and time provided by the client. After shutting down, do not stop. You say this shutdown is a command to shut down the server. Then you have to say we will start the server at a specific time specified by client. We will verify all the services are up and running. We will inform the stakeholders that the server is up and running. You need to speak like this for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Your interviewer is impressed on a few areas. Number one is that you are a process guy. You thought about those 1 lakh people, the client and client's end users. Yeah, that's what a company looks at. And number three, you are making sure that you are technically and process-wise right. Yeah. So this particular way, the training would progress. Like for every technical stuff, we mix process, we mix interview points, we mix the best practices that you need to do on your company once you join. Yeah. So these are some of the sample questions. Yeah. Some of the frequently asked questions. At the same time, how you need to answer. Yeah. This is not only for shutdown. For every question that's been asked, think about that 1 lakh users and then go and answer. Yeah. I'll help you do that. And before I go to the next slide, I would like to emphasize the best trainer is not a trainer who trains you technically. It's the interview panel. Yeah, your interviewer is the best trainer. I always tell my students, go and attend interviews, 5 to 10 interviews, and definitely you're not going to clear those 5 to 10 interviews. Go, attend, grab those questions asked, and see how you respond to the situation. Come back, ask me those questions. I'll guide you what would be the best way of answering. After 5 interviews, you can definitely go with confidence on the 6th interview, because there are hardly 30-40 questions that a panelist will have, and you already know those interview questions. Put your hands on and just go ahead and answer those. Yeah. So all the best for your interviews on that part. Okay, just I would like to show you some of the training aids and some of the offer letters that we have got. So on the training materials front, what we offer is, I'll just show you. I will show you. Yeah, I hope you just see where on the audience view, or you are able to see the screen. Oh, perfect. Okay. So this is my Google Drive, and this has been shared with TTA as well. So these are the directories. Yeah, you can see some lab exercise. I'll just open the lab exercise for you. After completion of each sections, yeah, I'll be releasing this lab exercises to you, and the server access is already provided, so you need not come to TTA to take the labs. You can remotely access like a real-time scenario, and you can do all these labs. Yeah, I have labs for almost all the different departments for basic administration. Perfect. Now there is some AIX queries. This is nothing but the students can post their queries, students can post their interview questions, yeah, and I will be responding back to that, or the group will be responding back to those queries. The training presentation, the presentation that's been shared with the students, like the training material that we are going to take through the training, is also shared with you. Okay, and we have some certification dumps. Yeah, some of the latest dumps we have for BAO, NIM, and basic administration. We can share this with you as well, so that you can clear your exams. We have AIX movies. These are from IBM. Yeah, so these movies are also will be a hands-on, or will give some additional knowledge to you in terms of the technology. We have a lot of documents from the IBM and other forums has been posted here. And we have a resume folder where you can post your updated resume, and this folder has been shared with most of the consultants and placement agencies. So as and when they need an AIX resource, their first point would be to look at this particular folder that I have, and they will pick up those resumes and will call for interviews. Yeah. So this is the training material that we have. Okay. Going to the students exercise. Yeah, though it's a remote lab exercise, I myself or my team of AIX experts will be verifying your labs and will be correcting the issues that you have. Yeah. In addition to that, what we do is we ask you to write some technical article. Yeah, I'm going to show you one sample article written by one of my students, Alumini, who got placed in a company at IBM. Yeah, I'll show his offer letter as well later. But let me show his content. Yeah, every student needs to do at least 2 to 3 such documents. Yeah, this is one of the document that he has prepared recently, so I just took those out. This is about AIX root password recovery. So I've asked him to just go through this, and he will prepare this entire document. Yeah, he is Alumini, and you will also be preparing the same. Yeah, why Alumini got an offer in IBM is he showcased this particular document to the interviewers, stating that he did it. Yeah, and this has been hosted on our website as well. Okay, so this is what he did. So these are some of the approvals and changes. See this? Okay. So we have a scenario: the root password has been lost or corrupt. Yeah. So this is an interview question as well. Like if somebody says if you lost your root password, how will you recover it? Yeah. And again, it's more like a shutdown kind of question. Do not go to the maintenance mode and reset the password, because again, if you do that, you affect that 1 lakh users. So sudo was one of the methodology. We highlighted that in the solution. But we are attending to the second part, which is maintenance mode. Yeah, so these are the steps that he followed to do it. So I'm just browsing through it slowly to give you a look and feel. So quick review steps, few screenshots about how to start the LPAR with SMS, how to change the boot order, and how to boot through CD-ROM. Yeah, so I've just browsed through few so that considering the time. Yeah, and how to recover the root password. So the step by step has been mentioned here. I just browsed through to skip few steps. Okay, OS boots up in maintenance mode. What are steps to be done? So this document is purely prepared by Alumini, and you can see the TTA lab server student LPAR. This is the LPAR there where he has captured this info. So the genuinity of the work has been proved, and he has been shortlisted in IBM. Yeah, so these are some of the samples. So this is one of the exercises that we ask our students to do it. The next one is like architectural diagrams. I being an architect, I want to train my guys on top to down approach, so that if somebody asks you to create an LPAR, you know how to create an LPAR, or if you have experience, you go to HMC, right click, create LPAR, assign CPU, memory, disk, and you say create, finish, and you say I create LPAR. That sysadmin does. That's the last activity that for a task. But you need to have a setup, like you need to understand how much CPU memory you have, and how the number of minimum, max, and desired CPUs have been calculated. That's what an architect does. We train you guys on that part, and we train you such a way that you have to draw an architectural diagram first. You need to have an Excel spreadsheet managing the infrastructure of your environment, and then you go step-by-step procedure of an install config guide like what the Alumni prepared, and then we just start doing it. So we first make you an architect, then make you an engineer, understanding the basics of CPU virtualization, memory virtualization, and then we make you an sysadmin who is there at the HMC to deploy those. So it's going to be a top-down approach, and I hope you will love that kind of learning rather than learning from the basics without knowing what is the outcome of why you're doing this. Yeah, seminars. Yeah, there are many new areas that we conduct as a seminar. For example, the active memory management, as I said. Even interviewers are interested to know about those sections. So what we do is we ask you to conduct a seminar on that for the peers, and keeping that on the resume. If an interview asks you about that particular stuff, you can just recite what you delivered on the seminar in 10-15 minutes, and you can win an interview. Yeah. Finally, a small piece on the offer letter. Okay, let me see where the offer letter is in. Sorry, I have kept the offer letter. This is an offer letter of Alumni, so I'll just show you that. It got placed a week back, so he shared that offer letter with me. This is Alumni's offer letter. It was at an AIX administrator through Alchemy to IBM. Yeah. I don't want to showcase this entire offer letter, just for reference. Okay, fine. So with that, yeah, we are almost done with the session. Small overview is like we have foundation, expert, and master level programs. Foundation is about managing a single AIX server, like user management, software installation maintenance, LVM, printers, network. These comes under the foundation part. And expert level is managing multiple servers, especially the virtualized servers. So how will you virtualize one server into thousands of LPARs? How will you virtualize CPU? How will you virtualize memory, network, disk? Those will be covered in expert. We also cover a portion of HACMP and the NIM configuration also in the expert level. So you are looking for an AIX job, I prefer that you take the expert. foundation is only for the freshers, but expert is for the job seekers who are desperate to get job in IBM AIX. Then as a trainer, my recommendation is expert. Master program is for a person who is coming from non-IT background or coming from with gaps in his career. Then we offer internship where he'll be working for TTA. He'll be managing the servers for us, where we'll be asking him to create LPARs for the students, install OS, or make software configurations. So master program, you will get an additional inputs, like you get the shell scripting knowledge, you get the cloud training, you get the ITL training for free. So these are the 3 levels of trainings that we have, and our website is at talent.co.in, and the contact details are provided at the bottom. Yeah. So it's time for Q&A. So I'm just opening the Q&A session to see if you guys have any questions to be asked. Have any questions? You can post your questions on the Q&A. I'll read through the questions and I'll answer those. Yeah, I'm waiting for your questions. Guys, have any questions? Do post it. Okay, Anand, would you raised your hand? Would you like to speak? Shall I unmute you? Anand, do you have a question to be asked?
No question, sir.
Okay, fine. If you have any questions, do post it on the question section. Okay. Ashwin, I can see that your hand is raised. But, can you post your questions if you have any on the questions area? Okay. So the Senthil has a question. I'll just read it out for you. I'm working as Oracle DBA and AIX training will help for my career. Yeah, very interesting question. Yeah. Learning an operating system is very important. I'll tell you why. Operating system is the center portion of an IT data center. Yeah, because operating system person should have knowledge on hardware, should have knowledge on database, should have knowledge on applications. So every application, database, and hardware interacts with the operating system. And you want to pursue a career with Oracle DBA, AIX will be an additional value add, because IBM has developed a database which is DB2. As far as the database is concerned, the internal architecture is going to be the same. Few command-wise difference would be there, but still, I would say database administrator with Unix knowledge, application owner with a Unix knowledge, or a hardware guy with Unix knowledge is always a value add. So a person like Senthil, my advice would be to take the foundation, not the expert. The reason is your objective is to get a career in the database. So AIX is only to add value. If that is the case, only foundation. You want to switch to full AIX expert, then you have to take the AIX expert level. You can pursue a career in AIX. Database will be an added advantage. Okay. Arun has asked for the training fee. I'm the trainer. Yeah, I'll ask the TTA to send out an email to you or reach you and state the training fee. Yeah. So for each foundation, expert, master, there will be a different training fees. Okay. So Ashwin has a question like, what are all the hardware we have in our lab? Okay. We have an HMC, yeah, which is version 7.4. We have an IBM P520 server, where we have a VIO, licensed VIO. We can have NIM LPARs. We can have other LPARs of your choice, AIX 7.1, 6.1. We have tie-ups with IBM, where we can get you the latest Power 7 or Power 8 hardware as well. Yeah, if the number of people are more, then I think it's much easier for us to pay and get the Power 8 LPAR. If not, then whenever IBM offers us some lease time of 10 days, 15 days, we can offer you the Power 8 hardware. So there is no issue on the hardware. Whatever you can seek for, we will raise it and get that done. If you are an expert level, definitely we can look for getting you a Power 8 kit. Kannan has a question like how to virtualize CPU memory in VM environment both in Windows and AX. Okay, a very good question, Kannan. I'll just answer this. As far as virtualization concept is concerned, there is no difference between Windows or Unix. Yeah, as far as the CPU technology is different for Windows, which is CISC based, and for Unix mostly it is RISC based. Yeah, but the virtualization concepts for CPU memory are almost same. Yeah, only thing is that you should have the relevant virtualization drivers and the hypervisor to support it. Yeah, in the expert level we'll be covering that, and the training is not just AIX. After this training you can always put in your resume Unix, Linux, Solaris, because all comes from the same ice cream factory. Okay, Sendil have another question. Yeah, which Unix flavor is most used in India? HPX, AIX, Solaris. Great, good question. Because I worked with an Indian corporate for over 5 years. Yeah, so I have an experience on that. Some 10 years back, HPUX is very hot in India. Almost all banks used HPUX servers. Solaris were used in some networking areas, like if they have NAS or DNS, DHCP. For mostly for networking related or mail services, they use Linux. Yeah, AIX was very less used in India. Yeah, but I was surprised to see while I was taking training in Chennai, small companies like some garment industries, some packers and movers, they use AIX servers to manage their inventory. And now AIX has been very widely used not only in corporates but in small scale industries as well. Yeah. What I would say is, like, if you want to know the spread of AIX or HPX or Solaris, search in job sites for AIX openings in your relevant area. Like if you are in Pune, you say AIX openings in Pune or AIX openings in Chennai. You will find the number of openings put up for by the MNCs and non-MNCs. You will find that there is a very huge demand for IBM AIX at this moment. Okay, now Kannan asked, will you provide doc for it? Okay, yes, yeah, we have docs, but the docs will be given. I always prefer you to write your own understanding, like what ALMLA did. Put your hands-on experience, keep up writing and send it to us. We will review, publish it, and also we share the documents written by others. Unlike other institutes, we don't have a training material of our own. All the training materials are being prepared by our students. We validate it, and they are real-time proven results. You carry those documents with you. You can survive in any AIX related scenarios. We have over 50 plus documents so far done, and I expect more from you guys. Okay, Cynthia asks, like, how long will be the training period and fee for expert level? Okay, usually the training hours is roughly 40 hours for foundation, 40 hours for expert. That's a trainer intervened program. Other than that, you will be gained access to the servers, labs, and you can keep contacting us even after the training. Yeah, we would not stop with any engagements with you even after the training. Like after 2 years, you say that, we know that I want help on this particular stuff. Yeah, we are there to help you. You say that on this interview, this question is asked. It's not that during interview we will help you, during training we help you. We also help you after the training is done. For us, you are an alumni for us, and we want you to get better and better career after completing this course. So the training period is usually 40 hours for foundation, 40 hours for expert, 40 hours for master. But this 40 hours will be spread across 1 month time duration, so that weekends or weekdays we have sessions. The other time you will be working out on the exercise and labs provided. Yeah. Fine. So good and very interactive session. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Because since we have just a minute left, we are open to have more such sessions in future. With the current demo, I hope you would be okay, satisfied, not satisfied. There will be a post survey to answer those. And those interested, please do check the phone numbers provided here, and you can call them up, state that you have attended this demo. Those who have attended this demo, will forward your email IDs to TTA. you will be getting some special discounts. That's what been told to me. And keeping up on the time. Thanks guys, and thanks for your wonderful experience. Cheers all. Bye bye.